What if I told you one of the most valuable things in college football looks like this? Empty bleachers, Tuesday night, freezing cold. Doesn't look like gold, does it? But for the Mid-American Conference, this is a gold mine. And now, Sacramento State has anteed up. Sacramento State Hornets football is making one of the boldest moves in college football. Not just jumping to FBS, but joining a conference built on a completely different idea of success. Because this isn't about packed stadiums, it's about owning attention. Back in 1999, the MAC made a decision that changed everything. They moved games to Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Why? Because on Saturdays, they were invisible. No one is choosing a MAC game over a powerhouse matchup. But on a Tuesday, they own the entire sport. No competition from the NFL. No competition from other conferences. Just MACtion and a national audience. Games regularly pull from 600,000 to 800,000 viewers. That's comparable to NBA regular season games, Major League Baseball regular season games. Each MACtion broadcast delivers roughly $6 million in exposure value. Think about that. Every Tuesday night game is basically a 3-hour commercial for the university, not just for football, but for admissions, branding, recruiting, and yes, national relevance. And that is what Sacramento State is buying.
It's hard to tell whether or not this move was intentional, or if it's the only move Sacramento State leadership had left after failed attempts to be invited by the Pac-12 and Mountain West conferences. Serendipitously, it may have landed itself perfectly where it needed to be to fulfill its own goals of elevating its brand to have a national level exposure.
They don't just want to be a California commuter school. They want to be a national name. And MACtion gives them something they've never had before. Consistent, guaranteed national TV exposure, even if the stadium isn't full. People are watching, but there is a cost. Midweek games mean lower attendance, fewer students, and weaker home game atmosphere. Some games feel more like a high school environment than a college football. But here's the twist. MACtion doesn't just serve local fans, it creates new ones. Fans in LA, New York, fans who would never have watched these teams before. They tune in because it's the only game on, and they stay because it's chaos. And chaos builds brands. Sacramento State has proven that over the last year. The MAC realized something before everyone else did. You only need screen time. They didn't compete for Saturdays, they created their own market. And now, Sacramento State is betting everything on that same idea. That exposure is more valuable than attendance. That attention is the real currency of college football. And if the MAC struck gold, Sac State is trying to cash the check.
So what do you think? Will Sacramento State succeed in the Mid-American Conference? Will they accomplish their goal of becoming a national brand? Let us all know by adding a comment and getting the conversation started. Heaven knows, at the very least, we've all got a lot to talk about before MACtion gets rolling in August of 2026.